madness. I am Flight Monkey 96, and you might be asking, oh, there you are.
This is my show.
How are you doing?
Would you like to know something interesting? Do you know what happens if I stab this thing in jugular vein? Let's find out. Or something like that. I'll think of something. So, what are we doing today?
Art.
This is true. We're doing some art. I've got my little sketchbook here, and Silveros is trying to do his thing. And where's my burrito? I want my burrito.
Go get a burrito.
No, I don't think they call it.
Did somebody say burrito? I like burritos. What's the matter with that?
Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves. Behave yourself.
Why me? I have done nothing. I have done nothing to provoke this.
He hasn't done anything on camera.
Hey everybody, my name is Silvero. Sorry you haven't heard from me. Sorry you've rarely heard from me. I have trouble controlling myself, so... This is Flame Monkey 96. He's a church mouse.
I'm not a mouse.
Okay, fine. He's a mouse of the church.
I'm not a mouse.
No, but you're quiet as one.
I'm not being quiet right now.
Okay, man. So, what art style do you guys like the most?
Anime.
Okay, what kind of anime? Because there are various types of anime. There's realistic, cartoony, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
I like the cartoony look. It's very nice.
So, like Soul Eater style kind of artwork.
Yeah, kind of like
I said this is my show! I'm sorry, I had to.
Why do you have to yell at me all the time?
It's funny.
What do you say, hardcover?
Buy my book.
So basically what we're talking about is what type of art styles we like.
Well, I heard something about Soul Eater. What two shows were you?
He was talking about how he liked the cartoony style anime, like Soul Eater and One Piece.
Well, that's not exactly cartoon. The thing is, when it comes to anime art styles, people think there are big differences between them, but there's really not. The only difference when it comes to anime art styles is one is smooth and one is hard. Stuff like Bleach is a little more hard, where stuff like One Piece is a little smoother. But the thing is, the two styles only different when you're trying to emphasize the character itself. Are they soft characters? Are they hard characters? Are they crazy characters? Kind of like how Luffy is smooth, where Zoro is hard. The drawing, it especially shows in the chin.
I am zoomed in on your nose hair. Not really, I'm just zoomed in on you. I'm gonna zoom out, don't worry.
That's why he's not allowed to have the camera. Anyway, when it comes to comparing art drawing with anime, there's not much to compare. When it comes to how they animated, the color scheme, and the angles at which they draw them instead of just the drawing method itself, that is what's worth talking about.
What do you say to this?
Sounds interesting.
I'm an actual artist.
He is a very good artist, I will admit.
I'm not too good, but I've been in art for long enough to know the difference. But if you'll excuse me, I will now eat my burrito.
Adding my comment to this, I would like to point out that any art style is good. It's the way they portray the characters is what defines it.
This is true. I agree completely with that.
For example, they portrayed Ichigo as the all-around good guy that did everything he could to protect his family and friends.
They didn't portray him as that. That's who he actually is, but Ichigo was never actually portrayed as that until much later in the series. What he was originally portrayed as was a thug. Someone who just beats the shit out of you just because he can. But then as you learn more about his character, you realize that's the furthest from what he is.
Well, hang on, they didn't really portray him as a thug because in the first episode, literally, he stabbed himself with the sword of a Soul Reaper, and his power increased, and he was able to take down a Hollow.
More like he gained the power in general, rather than increased. But no, his original portrayal was to be a thug, but then it showed later in the episode that he was exactly what you said.
Oh.
though he tries to hide it as much as possible.
What do you say?
I guess he's right. I didn't really finish Bleach because I got bored with it, but it's not right anime.
Okay.
Overall.
Hey, by the way, we are having a little bit of a debate on which anime is better, Soul Eater or Bleach. Please leave comments below. If you have another anime that you want us to look at and debate about it, please leave a comment below. I prefer Bleach, mostly because Soul Eater, it's very, very out of this world and not realistic. Whereas Bleach, it's got a little bit of realism to it.
Good way to say is this.
I heard the name Bleach.
Soul Eater, no filler. Bleach, nothing but filler.
I agree with that completely.
I can definitely agree with him on that.
Normally the animes that are shorter instead of longer, like what is Bleach at now, like 400 something episodes, something like that?
Yeah.
When Soul Eater, and technically it's only 50 episodes, it followed the storyline. Even if it was a weird episode, it still had something to do with the main storyline. With Bleach, they can go off completely and just be like, okay, what the fuck is this? Like, a good example of that is right now with Naruto, is it's going back to the tuning exam when Naruto's gone. What do you want? Why am I the only one not here?
You are here! But now you are not.
Challenge me with logic.
What logic? There is no logic to you.
Oh yeah.
That word doesn't exist in the vocabulary of the students.
I know exactly what to do right now.
Gary.
You know, to be honest, there is one thing that has been really bugging me. If anyone knows about the anime Ruby RWBY, there's a lot of people that hate it mostly because of the art style that's being used as.
They hate it for the art style? That type of art is not normal because the guys that made it are famous for making Red versus Blue.
Yeah.
They're not used to doing that type. The style of the animation that they're doing for it, I've watched the documentaries on it. They're trying to get a more 3D perspective of their animation that they put into Red vs. Blue mixed with the anime style. They said the anime style that they're trying to go for was original anime, like no, it was like Inuyasha style anime, and what was it? I forgot what it's called. It's some real old anime that came out in the 90s. No, it was popular. It used to play on Cartoon Network, but they don't play it anymore. The only place I can find it is online. No, it's a fighting martial arts style anime.
Oh.
Something half.
Rama one half.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that show.
They said that they
I
wanted to
wanted
base it
to
on
see it,
that
but I
with
couldn't
a
find an
little
episode of it.
with a little Princess Mononoke for the animation.
I think they did well there. Whoever hasn't seen Ranma 1/2, look it up. It's probably one of the best animes ever. I will not tell you why, just look it up. It is freaking amazing. Actually, I'm going to put a link to the first episode in the description below. Have you looked it up yet? Why not?
Click on his face if you wish to see it.
Didn't I already eat this?
Anyway, the point is that to the people who hate Ruby, I ask you that look at the characters, not the art style. Mostly because the characters are really good.
The art style is gorgeous. Like,
And I like the art style
I
too,
haven't
but to
seen
those
the
who hate the art
episodes
style,
yet,
focus
but
on the
I plan to.
characters.
It's on Netflix now, but I plan to watch it. But from what I've seen of like just clips and stuff, that is beautiful animation.
It is. The way they choreograph all the work and the characters fighting and interacting together is beautiful. And to be honest, it's a gaming style. It looks like a game, but it brings a whole new dimension of art to it.
Well, actually, here's something I'd like to touch on with that. Again, as I already said in the video, I consider myself an actual artist. I know art. I've done it a lot of times. I'm actually trying
Even though he hasn't been in a museum.
Yes, I have been to museums. Oh wait, I haven't been in a museum. Actually, I was once when I was a kid. It was a little draw a picture.
Discovery Museum?
No, it was a little contest for the school. Draw a picture of the school and then see if you get put in. Mine got put in, but that was years ago. My opinion on it is they're using a game emulator for it. It's a video game emulator specifically designed for stuff like Call of Duty, Halo, stuff like that. They took that and made it into a three-dimensional anime that you just can't get with hand-drawn or flash animation stuff. In other words, people don't like it not because it doesn't look good, they don't like it because they've never seen anything like it before. If you look at it as an actual form of art and look at
We can see you.
the story.
I don't care.
Okay, I'm gonna have to edit that out and you're just going to suddenly appear.
Molest him.
If you
Molest him? Okay. You know I love you.
Yes, but I'm trying to do something
I would give you a hug, but that would actually hurt my back. Oh, did I just interrupt you in the middle of a sentence? I'm not
Yes.
sorry at all.
Sorry, not sorry.
You know I love you.
Can I finish the thing now?
Okay, fine.
Yes.
When you're looking at a story, there are three aspects you have to look at: art, story, and character development. All of these were touched on in a way that has not. Where did she come from anyway? That hasn't really been done, at least as far as I know, in any other cartoon. And this is done by, well, a company that just came out of YouTube. They still need, do they even have a building yet?
Nope.
They're just working out of an office.
Believe me, I've looked up. They don't have any visible address.
So, yeah, people. They're working with, compared to professionals, probably half-assed equipment and half the time to do it. And they're making this stuff. Leave them alone.
I like the art style.
That sounded like it hurt.
Give me back the camera. This is why I want to work with more professionals. I give an in-depth description of why it's good and why people need to leave the show alone, and then all you say is you like the art style.
Well, I can't say that I've liked anything because I haven't seen it.
Hold on the spot here. All of a sudden, and I've got nothing to say.
Okay. All right. By the way, sorry about this, but by the way, just so that you guys know, the season 2 may seem fan animated, but it is not. It's actually really. I'm trying to find a good word for this. What is it?
What?
Volume 2 of RWBY. Everyone considers it fan animation, when really it's not.
Oh my god. What they did with season 2 was so good.
They introduced a whole new set of characters. They introduced a whole new set of challenges and everything.
They did more than that. I mean, season
And the
1,
giant slap to the face at the end.
like season 1 was solely for character development. It was solely focusing on developing the key characters that would clearly have had a very big role later on in the show, which unfortunately may or may not happen.
It is gonna happen.
But season 2, that just, oh my god, that was great in showing the expansion of their world. It just showed you their entire world, a description of who they are, what they do, why are they like this, how is everything like this. Yes, they already did that with the individual characters to an extent. They left just enough room for us to want more as it comes. And then it was a season for fans, just in general. It was a season to emphasize, here is what you guys love about the show, and we're gonna give you more. It was so good, and that opening scene with the food fight, oh my god.
I will admit that was funny,
Oh
especially
my
when
God.
Yang got punched right through the ceiling.
That was what hooked me on the show. That moment. I loved the show at first for the weapons, then I loved it for the characters, then I loved it for all these little things that just kept me saying, huh, I wonder if the new episode is up. But when I saw that food fight, oh my freaking god. It was 12-year-old kids with superpowers.
And weapons of mass destruction.
It was.
If you want to defend this,
The only thing I
you can put a link
I
on to turn it on.
relate it
But you
to
don't
is
have
the
to.
new Avengers. when
Multi-hat
their
would
kids
help.
become the Avengers
He's
rather than the
synchronized
original.
because,
That's
yeah.
the closest thing I can describe it to.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, link below.
Mod status?
Enough said.
Click on one of the empty ones?
Hit the link in the description and watch the damn scene. It is freaking amazing. Now
Or
cut
click-
away.
Or click his glorious face.
No, it's gonna be in the description.
Okay, man. All right. By the way, a shout out.
God, it doesn't work.
By the way, a shout out to all those people who took a bit of a loss when Monty Ohm died. He will be missed. He revolutionized art style, and there's no way anyone can copy his style. But we'll keep moving forward.
But
Agreed.
they're rare items,
Here, Nova,
so
your comment on
it
this?
really depends on if you want to keep it or not.
When it comes to losing
But yeah,
great
you
artists
need that
or revolutionary artists like he was,
Explains, like everything.
where you take a concept that normally wouldn't make sense and turn it into something amazing like this, it's really hard to take that kind of loss, especially for the fans. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of took it.
I imagine that similar things were felt, but on a much greater level when artists like Shakespeare and Leonardo da Vinci were killed. I'm not in any way comparing them because I don't know enough about the individual artists to make that comparison. Nor do I know enough about the individual art styles, even though I myself am an artist. But regardless, he was a good writer to make these characters. He was a great artist to draw out the characters and then emulate them into the program. It's really not something that anyone else could have done. It's something that one individual person has to create all of a sudden, and then everyone else just has to try and emulate it. Like how people try and remake the Mona Lisa, but just can't get it the same way.
He captured something that no one else could.
Exactly. And it's... people can try and replicate it, but it's never going to be the same. You can draw as many different Ruby characters as you want, but let's face it, no one is going to be as badass as Yang.
Or as cunning as Weiss. Or is that Blake I'm thinking of?
No, Weiss is cunning, Blake is mysterious.
Oh yeah, then what's Ruby? Hyperactive?
Ruby's the hyperactive. No, Ruby is the little sack of ADHD that you just can't help but love. She's a Pinkie Pie character.
No, Nora's the Pinkie Pie character.
Good point.
Ruby, I guess, would be Rainbow Dash.
No, I wouldn't say Rainbow Dash either. They're both like Pinkie Pie characters. Oh my god, the show has 2 Pinkie characters. So,
75 characters.
He's having a nerdgasm, people.
156 characters.
you know what? It's cut away for nerdgasm.
This is to those artists out there that think their artwork are bad. Guys, don't give up. Okay, artwork will always improve over time. Never give up on your artwork. Really?
Wait,
I love interrupting people.
Wait, Hardcover just thought of a good way to describe Ruby. She's a hyperactive Twilight character. Smart and skilled as all hell, but lacks the focus to really describe them. No.
So basically, what would happen if Pinkie Pie and the Twilight had a baby?
Which it's actually, what's funny is Pinkie Pie has been described as the most intelligent character next to Twilight in My Little Pony. This was best emphasized by one of my favorite YouTubers, Mad Munchkin, which if you just click the burrito and you will go to her page and see why Pinkie Pie is the best pony ever.
Lick the glorious burrito.
Or by Modern Masters Box.
You know I zoomed in on this, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Iron!
Iron Controller. It's as good to see you, my friend. Meaning to this, people, is that all artwork may be bad in the beginning, but if someone pushes hard enough, their artwork will surpass everyone.
Disagree.
Why?
I disagree because there is no such thing as bad art. I hate my biggest hatred for public schooling.
Did you enjoy that yesterday?
What I hate most about public schools or any form of education is they have art classes. What the fuck? Art is not supposed to be in a goddamn classroom. That is retarded. Art cannot be graded. Art cannot be judged. You enjoy it or you don't. End of story. Art is made to see yourself or a part of yourself in the paint or the art. Art is meant to emulate the artist's view of the world. It is not something you can judge or say is bad or even say is good. You make what you make and you refine it as you go. The only one that can judge your art is you. Anyone who says otherwise is a fucking retard and should die of paint.
He says no one can judge your art because each person has their own reference with art. But when they attack a piece of art, that's where I cross the line.
That's what I'm talking about.
You can say, oh, I don't like this art, it's just not my cup of tea. I always say that. I'm always saying, that's not my cup of tea. because I just don't like this stuff. I don't like the art style of Ruby. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not going to attack it, but you know.
It's kind of like trying to get someone to live in a purple house when they hate the color purple. That's really all there is to it.
Should we stop here because you're like at a 15-minute mark?
Whatever. But yeah, bottom line, what? What?
I had something to say. I definitely agree with you on art class in public school today. Because art class is just, you know, there was a time back when I was in middle school where I loved drawing. I mean, some people probably didn't like my drawings, but I loved to draw. And I drew all the time. Sometimes I would copy other art styles, but I know the real style. Then I took advanced art in 7th grade.
And it was exactly like the first.
I failed it. And as a result,
Your confidence was killed.
How can you fail art?
it was horrible.
How can he fail art?
Put your damn hand out of here.
What hand?
To this day,
This is Mr. Handy.
Okay, what's that?
Jeez. I'm sorry I had to get that out of my system.
I'll address that in a moment.
Yeah,
Continue.
this is why I don't like to talk, because everybody interrupts. So anyway,
I am sorry.
Basically, that killed my
Your confidence.
Yes, my confidence. My confidence was killed. I stopped drawing. I thought of myself as a bad artist, and I stopped drawing.
Sorry, there was no video.
When really he could have been a great artist if he kept working.
But I stopped because my confidence was killed.
It was vanilla bread.
The bottom line when it comes to art, all forms of art, no one in particular, no art style in particular, and not just drawing, painting, writing, singing, any form of art, anything.
Any form of expressing.
Yes, any form of self-expression that can be done in any way you want cannot be judged. It is what you want it to be. That is all there is to it. And if anyone has a problem with it, they don't have to look at it. They don't have to see it. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't rank your.
It is their choice to acknowledge its existence, and you don't have to deal with someone attacking or discriminating against your form of art. And hell, just for me, I love to draw, I love to paint. I'm a martial artist, devoted to martial arts, 7 years. I'm pretty good at singing, but it's going to take a lot to get me to sing. I usually don't.
You sing? Give us a demonstration, good sir.
Excuse me, we're gonna do a cutaway while I kill him. I got the blood off my hands, but just, that's the lesson from Nova Talk today. If you love something artistic, do it and say fuck everyone else. Maybe not necessarily that last part, but
No, it's just what Iron Controller
you know
did.
what?
What?
If you guys want to show me some of your art, because I'll be putting up some animation and some of my own artwork soon of the
Don't
Nova
show him your
Wolf
art. Don't do it.
I mean, even here, this is, I wasn't going to show this, but this is my own self-portrait of what I want to do for still life animation, which should be coming later on. And just even, look at this, hang on, this is, this, where is it?
He is, isn't he?
This is how the drawing started, and as you can see, there's a clear difference between the two pictures. Yes, this one looks cooler because it has more in it, but then if you look back at this, it just looks more complete, more clean.
There's more detail to it. That's the thing.
So, if you guys would like to show me your art, then put a link in the description or tell me where I can see your art, and I'd love to see it. I'd love to even feature it on the channel someday. Maybe do an art thing for fan art. If not, well then just have fun drawing anyway. Express yourself. No one has to see it. If you want to show people, do it.
So it doesn't leak out.
But that's our Nova Talk today. If you like this video, hey.
Sorry.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment about your opinion on art. I always love to hear someone's opinion on art. I'm Neo Nova. That's Church Mouse.
Flame Monkey 96.
I'm Neo Nova. That's Flame Monkey. And our recording son of a bitch is Cerberus.
Wait, I'm supposed to be dead, so am I a zombie?
Apparently, because you're not even on the camera.
Oh, really? Am I on the camera now? What's wrong?
Note to self: Serveros is not allowed to record anymore.
What is
I just
wrong
know
with
that-
pre-recording?
Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye everyone.